What's up, AfterBuzzers? You are watching episode 4, The Mother of Veep. Tonight we see Selina do something she never does, grieve. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Veep After Show. Little brain fart right there. Sorry about that. I'm like, what am I trying to say right now?
I loved it. I loved it.
Whoopsies.
It's fun. There you are.
Yes, another hilarious episode of Veep. As always, you can find us all at AfterBuzz TV. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at April Whisenhant. What about y'all?
You can find me at Nadine DP and the number 3.
You can find me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie.
Sweet. Y'all, tonight's episode was a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever seen Selina grieve before.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was just...
grieve.
Grieve, yeah, correct, about the wrong thing to grieve about, but I think we haven't really seen any, backstory on her, any type of where she came from, in a sense, family history and stuff. All we ever see is Andrew and Catherine, so it was nice to see that kind of connection to her.
Yeah. We knew she hated her mom, right? And that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that the one time we do get to meet the mom, it's in this situation. Because, I mean, it would be nice to kind of see, exactly how she treats Catherine is pretty much how she was treated, it seems like. So it would have been nice to see some of that in example as opposed to just, a couple sentences about it.
I thought that they were going to take it in the sense of, because she's like, oh, this has happened a lot to her before. I thought since this was the first time we were actually seeing her mom that it was going to be one of those things that, okay, we pull the plug or take out the ventilator, whatever it was, and she still comes back. I actually didn't think that they were going to make her die, but they did.
Yeah, so we see the interaction a little bit.
Yeah.
Or you wish we did, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird, though, to see how Selina's she was such a controlling mother and never listened to me whatsoever, and she's so that way with Catherine.
Oof. Oh, yeah.
Clearly.
Well, it's funny because, she's describing her mother as this, narcissistic, self-centered woman that had an only daughter that she, isolated away.
Right.
But yet she names her daughter Catherine after her mother, which you realize, because her mother's name was Catherine.
Yeah.
So it's she hated her mother in all this sense, but she also, it's her mom and she loved her. Same with Catherine. You just see Catherine just time and time again still support her mom, even though Selina's just horrible to her.
Right.
So
It makes me wonder if, at some point, was Selina just like Catherine until a certain point, and then she flipped to become exactly their mother. So would Catherine at some point in her life finally just flip and become more like Selina?
I'm sure she was. Everyone always says that women typically become more and more like their moms, which is good in some ways, but then, everyone has their, ways of, no, I'm never going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Selina's very much like she described. Of course she is. She's narcissistic and everything.
Yeah, well...
I mean, this is getting into the major meat of it. She finds out she, in fact, does lose the popular vote because of the Nevada election that she's been fighting so hard for, and that is what makes her distraught and upset. Not her mother dying, but it's that she loses the vote.
She's really the ice woman in a sense, It's crazy.
But that's been her thing. We won the popular vote. We won the popular vote. And then because of something she did, she loses the popular vote.
But you just see when she's with her mom and it's getting time to pull the tube and they give her a moment alone that she just can't even then just summon up any sort of genuine. She feels so uncomfortable in that moment, no genuine human emotion. We're like, this is gonna be the last time your mom's gonna be alive. She can't just roll with it. She's like, I just gotta go.
She gives the same quote that Ben gave to her. We can't ever really lose the ones we've loved because they're always a part of us, or something like that. She can't come up with an original thought, even when she's in the chapel praying. Probably one of my favorite scenes, because obviously Gary, he always leans in her ear and tells her everything to say. She's she's trying to pray, and she's like, "Dear God, and he's like,
I love it.
He's like, please help my mother. She's like, please help my mother.
Yeah, always giving, what would she do without Gary? Let's really put it, Gary is her punching bag and her everything.
Yeah.
She's Gary's her second, her twin, or second head, sort of. In a sense.
But that prayer, turned about to her so fast.
Right. Please let me win.
But I love how she goes, hey, I got it from here. She yells at him and goes, I got it from here, and then got it from there, and it's yeah, please let me be the first female elected president. Yeah.
Right. So the whole thing about the Nevada election that's been going on, or the votes, is that they found these missing ballots. So Karen, bless her heart, has been in court fighting to get an extension of this deadline so that they could count these missing votes. I think they addressed it last episode or maybe the one before, where they even said, though, that these might be from, like, a military base, but maybe she just didn't think about that or someone didn't. But so they do end up getting the extension because Karen she's like, I love when she comes up and she's like, well, we could argue about a lot of things. Why is the sky blue and why is water wet? Because she's trying to, like, completely throw them off. And so they get it, but it turns out these were military votes and the military hates Selina. She says that. And they were for O'Brien. So he wins Nevada.
Yeah, so that's why they were trying to have it recounted. I mean, it's just, it's ridiculous, too, because I did not see that coming, especially because they had said how there's going to be possibly a death bump. Yeah. How, like, when someone passed, I don't know, do you watch House of Cards by chance?
I do not.
Okay, well, no one does. Well, anyway, it was funny that both shows that talk about people trying to get elected or nominated, how both of them intertwine, like, if someone passes away in your family, like, maybe you should, like, or if they're about to, you should make it happen quicker, that way you'll get the vote. And so it was interesting to see how it correlated in that sense.
Those were votes that had already been cast, though. So before her mom was
valid
or whatever.
How dare her mom not die when it was more conveniently.
It's crazy.
They find out kind of in the middle of it that these votes are leaning toward O'Brien, so then they try and stop because they have all of these people campaigning to, you know, not have them count the votes on O'Brien's side. And they have these, like, cool little slogans. I forget what it was, but...
Oh, no. Oh, ho, ho. No, hold the vote. Or something. I don't know.
That was amazing. Something like that.
You should be, how about your campaign trail?
Hold the vote.
It was something like, hell no.
Oh, ho, ho. Here we go.
Maybe Santa Claus-esque.
Stop me before I do any more.
That's where we see Jonah and Richard tonight. Richard just, like, puts a little, like, heart on the eyes for me because he just adds, like, a funny element. I mean, obviously everyone on the show is so hilarious, but he just adds something different to it. And so Dan and Amy have them making pro-POTUS signs at the time when they wanted the votes to be counted. And so they have them make these signs, and it's like, totes vote.
Yes.
It's like, what is totes? He's like, you know, like, totes my goats, like, totally, da, da, da. And they just didn't know. I'm like, you all know what totes means.
Yeah, like, come on, you're not that old. But yeah, we didn't see a lot of Dan and Amy in this episode.
Yeah, until they had to, they're like, oh, wait, we should tell the people to, like, turn around their signs, and because the other people already started chanting, like, yes, we want the vote. And then Richard's like, wait, aren't they for O'Brien? And freaking Jonah is like, no, man, are you crazy? I feel like Richard is gonna end up, like, being the Veep, maybe. Eventually.
Richard being the Veep. Oh my goodness.
It's a bit of a stretch, but
that's where it's all heading. It's
well,
ridiculous.
She loves her some Richard though.
Yeah.
She always, like, puts him in positions of doing all kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, she also liked, what's his name, that Bob, or who had the memory loss?
Oh, Bob at the end, whenever, like, everyone's saying bye to her at her mom's funeral, he's like, congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. That was just such a perfect, like, cameo that he had there. It was so perfectly placed.
I don't know. And in the beginning of the episode, when they find out that Selina's mom is in the hospital, and she keeps saying, like, oh, this always happens, no big deal. They're in the limo on the way to the hospital, and she's talking about how she's like, my mom hated me. She always said that I had, like, something about her having a toothy smile. And Gary's like, oh my God, I love your smile. Yeah. And he was feeling everything, like, more than she was, probably just because he loves her so much.
They're connected. They're intertwined. Everything about them. It's just one.
He's like, whenever my mom had ovarian cancer, and she's like, oh, no.
Yeah, I like how she will just cut any kind of thing when it starts to get too open. Yeah. Like, if somebody's going to share, like, a personal fact about themselves, let's just drop that. Nope.
Yeah, but they had that whole conversation in the car on whether when you smile to show your teeth or not. And they said it looks weirder if you don't show your teeth. So what do you guys think? Like, do you guys find it? Because I know like one girl especially, this one girl I went to college with, hated her teeth so much she refused to ever show them any photo. I stalked to try and find one photo of her smiling with her teeth.
Well, I had braces for a long time, so I smile
showing
in
off
pictures.
The goods. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, that's the thing. When people take selfies, it's like the Kardashian thing.
Yeah.
When they take selfies now, it's like...
But that's like the puckered lips, though. So we're talking about, like, the full...
You know, it's just like the closed mouth smile. My friend, which she watches this after show, her name is Lauren. She is like
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. Yay. She tries to teach me how to do a closed mouth smile. Mm-hmm. But because, you know, I have, like, big features, So it's like natural.
Let's see what you've practiced.
I can't do it. It's
Come
really
on,
bad.
try it out. Let's see it.
I can't. I look ridiculous because you know how girls try and do the I can't even do it. Like I feel like you would do a good closed mouth smile, but me, I just end up being like a constipated 5th grader. I'm like,
so crazy.
Yeah. But
so it's true. The line that they say then it's weirder if you don't smile.
Exactly. Well, I think
guess
it is,
for some.
Well, there's that one website where it's like celebrity smiling with no teeth, where they've digitally removed all their teeth.
It is the funniest thing, and it is also disturbing.
Of course.
Because people look very weird with no teeth.
People have a lot of time on their hands, and it's very pleasurable sometimes to see everything that, they come up with.
How do they have that much time? Because I do not have that much time.
I don't know. We should ask them. How do you get more free time in your life?
People who took the teeth away. When did you do that? We see a surprise appearance from Andrew tonight, her ex-husband.
Andrew.
And he brings in his girlfriend, who
Yep.
apparently Gary loves.
Oh my goodness, this part with Gary is just... Gary.
He's like, I don't know her. And then she's like, oh, she does these videos on... All I can think is KTLA right now, because that's the LA news station. I forget what they said. And, she's a lifestyle blogger, and he's like, oh my God, I do know her.
And he's like all fangirl geeking out about it, like trying to like blushing and stuff. Like,
I love when she says, though, she says to Andrew, she's like, oh, the president doesn't want to hear my resume right now. And Selena goes, she's like, oh, she's a smart one. You can learn something from her. I'm like, no, I don't.
But can we talk about how Catherine calls her Monty instead of Mommy?
She's a grown person.
Monty.
Obviously.
Yeah, but Catherine loved that, though. You could see, because Monty knitted her a sweater, Catherine a sweater, and Catherine, went and hugged her. So maybe she's, the affectionate mom that she's never gotten from Selena.
Yeah, she's just craving just some, motherly sort of role model in her life.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I keep saying that video that she's taking, which she wasn't videoing tonight, is going to be, her ultimate blackmail against her mom, who's treated her so bad, I guess.
Well, I think my favorite scene of the episode was when the doctor's breaking down what would happen after when her mother ceases function. They're going to use her body parts, donate them to other people that need them, and then the camera just pulls out, and then you see Catherine right there, and she starts just sobbing. And then Gary just sits down in the wheelchair.
Oh my God!
And she just refers to him as Stephen Hawkins.
Oh, she goes, Stephen Hawking over here is indisposed.
I wrote that down as my favorite line because that was so...
Because there's a body blocking him as he was sitting, and she goes, Stephen Hawking over here is indisposed, and the body moves, and then you see him.
He's all just like...
It was so funny. It was just a great line.
But he feels the stuff that Selena doesn't feel.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe he's the emotional part of her, and because she's tough and aggressive, that's not Gary. So maybe they're one human that just was molded out into two.
Exactly. Wait, I'm blanking on his name for some. Y'all, I'm blanking on a lot of things tonight for some reason. You are my brain tonight.
Mike?
Yes, Mike. It's exactly. How did you know? That's what I
literally
was circled
the one of the last things to chat about. I get it.
You are my brain tonight.
We are each other. You're the Selena to my Gary. Or maybe you're Gary, I'm Selena. I don't know. All right, we'll figure it out.
I don't want to be Selena.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Obviously.
So everything that Selena is doing with, all this China stuff that we saw last week, because the fake tweet that she sent out, so she had to blame it on them, the cybersecurity. They're going through a lot of stuff right now, and that made China drop all American adoptions, which is what he was trying to do. So now they want to use a surrogate, and they find this girl who's she's like, I'm all organic, I don't drink, I've never smoked, I never plan to, or I never want to.
And her third baby.
Exactly.
Come oof.
I don't know, crazy. But she asked them if they're Christians, and I love how his wife is like, yep. Yeah, love Jesus. She's like, a lot of people think I'm Jewish, but I'm not.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, what church do you go to? They're like, Holy Mother of the Womb.
Yes.
Which is probably something that I would think of in my mind as well. But then
Holy Mother of the Womb.
If I was just coming up with something, I'd be like, Jesus Christ of the
cow lamb.
Something like that.
The cow lamb. Wow.
The cow lamb.
It was original.
Thank you. Thank you.
But then the surrogate finds out that Selena pulled the plug on her mom, and she doesn't agree with that. So then she starts rethinking it. So poor little Mike just can't freaking catch a break in all of this.
But I mean, do you realize Mike decides to have this interview at the hospital, in like the hospital cafeteria?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, like he couldn't wait like a day or something and not do it. Like Mike should think and be like, maybe I shouldn't do this when anywhere Selina's around, because it always gets messed up whenever Selina's involved in anything, you know?
True.
But it's Mike, so I'm sorry, I'm putting too many high expectations on him.
Do you want to see Mike as a father? Do you think Mike would be a good father?
Mike will be a forgetful father.
He wants to be one, so I say yes. But I think we don't have children on this show, so I think it could be an interesting thing for them to go.
I would like to see like a baby and how they handle it. I think Sue would just get stuck, or Gary and Sue, mainly Gary.
Well, Sue would never. She would never deal with it.
They would drop like a Sue, like call like the whatever, call the child care or something like that.
Gary would probably end up carrying this, the mom would, obviously, the mom. Mike's wife.
I could already see scenes next season of Mike at work with like a baby sling in front of him with the baby right there, and he's still trying to do his work.
If Selina gets pregnant, did we ever think of that?
No.
What if Selina ever got pregnant?
That would be too weird.
Right?
I remember a rumor going around that Michelle Obama was pregnant one time, and I could be so wrong on this, so I apologize if I am, but I think she would have been the second woman, or the second first wife to be pregnant in the or while her husband was president. I think the other was Jackie Kennedy.
Oh, probably.
So that I heard that she was pregnant one time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then it was complete rumor.
Yeah.
But I think I even like tweeted, I'm like, yo,
you sent out a false tweet,
a first baby, and then everyone's like, even like months later, I'm like, but Michelle Obama is pregnant. They're like, no, she's definitely not pregnant.
You haven't seen her stomach still looks the same. You're like, but she's 5 months pregnant. She just looks really good.
I was not very informed on that one. But things could look up with China. We have a little scene in here in her mom's funeral where the Qatar ambassador, which Selina could not say that whatsoever. I forget how she said it, but she pronounced it wrong. They come in and they say, like, you know, if you ease some of these things with China, they'll be into some, like, off-the-record, basically, talks about everything, about, you know, economy, whatever. And I think that's going to be the thing that kind of brings her back from this loss.
That she can offer something that no one else can.
Well, she even said, she's like, this has never happened. Like, this would be
huge.
Yeah. So I think it could be something that, since she's lost the Nevada vote, now they're going to have to go to Congress and fight this for her, in order for her to win. I don't know. I think it could be one of those, like, final pushes.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were going to lose Nevada and it was going to go to a vote. Because I was like, where else is the show going? It needs to go to some other, like, sneaky thing they're going to have to do. And now they're going to have to, like, persuade all these congressmen and stuff to vote for her. And so it's going to be this whole shady process of buying votes and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting seeing Dan and Amy mainly do all that work.
Yeah. Well, and anytime you get to see Selina not be able to pronounce somebody's name, whether it be the doctor's name or
Mir Puri.
Yeah,
she couldn't say it.
It's funny because some people just ignore her on it, but like the doctor, like the ambassador is like, okay, yep,
right.
But the doctor was like, no, this is how you say it, and she's like, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Not at all. Like that's what I said. Like, you crazy woman. Like,
before we talk some predictions, what were y'all's favorite lines? You already said one of mine, the Stephen Hawking.
Oh, that was by far my favorite.
That was my top. It was circled.
Another one of mine is when her mom's favorite song is a Tim McGraw song. And Catherine she's like, we need to play this at the funeral. She's playing it in the hospital room, but Selina hates it. So of course, if Selina hates it, everybody has to hate it, which Catherine says later. But then I love whenever they're planning her funeral and she's like, I want to play this. Like, this is Grandma's favorite song, and she says, this is a funeral, not a NASCAR race. I personally love Tim McGraw, so thank you very much. And earlier in the episode when she says, the campaign is over, I don't have to pretend to like country music anymore.
That was hilarious.
Because it makes me think of when I'm from Mobile, and when Donald Trump came to Mobile, my mom was like, oh, not for the fact of like, well, I don't know if she supports him or not. Yeah. But just to like go to the Donald Trump rally, and he came in, and like all of a sudden he had a little twang to his voice. She said. But I guess whenever you're a political figure, you mold to.
You do what you got to do to get those votes.
Hillary Clinton does the same thing.
So does Selina Meyer.
She's like dabbing everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, you know she does that all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's always dabbing.
So they both do it. Everybody does it. Selina especially.
Yeah. Oh, Selina Meyer is the queen of doing that, trying to, conform and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was another joke that I guess isn't PC, but it was the Anne Frank joke.
Oh, that was
where
hilarious.
she was trying to they were talking about trying to, I forget exactly the joke, but they were talking about how trying to switch over that they didn't want the votes to get recounted, and they're like, yeah, that's not giving Anne Frank a bat mitzvah or something like that.
They're like
something horrible.
She's like, cancel this, and they're like, we can't cancel the it's already gone through, it's happening, and she's like, well, so was Anne Frank's bat mitzvah, and they canceled that. I love the not PC jokes. They're hilarious.
So funny. I was cracking up. Oh, goodness.
Two moments that I liked was one while they're in the other room waiting after they've pulled the tube from her mom, and they're waiting for her to pass. And everybody's phone keeps blowing up.
Oh, I know.
And she's keeps nope, don't you dare answer this. Don't you dare answer this. Just how long and drawn out that was.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they actually get to the funeral, and then Kent's reaching over and he starts tearing up and just getting so emotional after he has to break the news that you see how just devastated he is to be sharing this. And that's when you see the whole waterworks start. I thought that was just a great scene.
They're all bawling. And everyone thinks it's because her mom. And I love the eulogy when she's like, I just can't.
Yeah.
But it was convincing, so it worked out at the right time.
Oh, it's great. But I just love how they're all just in the same little world.
Oh, yeah.
All of them live in this same messed up world that
that's what's most important.
Exactly, just a distorted reality in a sense.
Oh yeah.
And I even liked how Tom, that just that moment of connection between them. It's like, oh, I hated my dad too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
they need that because she and Tom have been fighting recently.
Yeah.
So they need to get along.
Yeah, they do need to get along, but it's also Selina still just doesn't care about him.
No.
She's like, all right.
Very true. Okay, let's do some predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What do y'all think? I guess basically it's just about the Congress vote.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to make her president because I think it's good. I don't know. I go back and forth though.
Yeah.
I think she's going to end up as being Veep somehow again.
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting on Dan and Amy to, I think we're going to see more of them next episode because there's going to be the whole Congress count and all that stuff happening that they're going to get involved with. Mm-hmm. But what?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. I thought of something. I'm thinking drama. And
I love All Night Tonight. You can see everything going on in your mind. It's on your face. All right. And then just
talking about drama.
There's one more thing. I just think Catherine is going to do this big thing with Mammy, and it's going to be a whole fight with Selina versus Mammy. Maybe Selina is going to just really try hard to win Catherine in a sense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like drama that you might find on another show.
Mm-hmm.
Another show like The Bachelorette.
Oh yeah.
We are all huge fans of The Bachelorette here at AfterBuzz, and it is coming back soon. On The Bachelor this past season, Ben told JoJo that he loved her, but her fairy tale ending crashed straight to the ground when he said he loved someone else more and sent her away with a broken heart. Jerk.
Horrible, man.
It was the most dramatic Bachelor finale ever. Well, been there, done with that. ABC Monday, May 23rd, JoJo is back as the new Bachelorette.
Woohoo!
The stunning fan favorite from Texas is leaving her heartbreak behind, going from Ben to 26 new men.
How's she gonna do it?
All hoping to be the one to make her happily ever after finally come true. Are the guys here for the right reasons? Will they make a connection? And will JoJo finally get the happy ending she's always wanted? The surprises start night one as the guys try to grab her attention right out of the limo to get that coveted first impression rose. A new epic journey of romance, man tears, and drama is about to begin. The Bachelorette premieres at a special time, Monday, May 23rd, 9/8 Central on ABC, so be sure to check it out.
Excited for the drama.
Oh, yeah.
Man tears.
Man tears are always great.
Let me wipe yours.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any predictions, Frank?
The way that the season's rolling out, I feel like I can't see them making her Veep again because I feel like that'd be such a backward step to that. So I feel like this is I could see them drawing this whole thing out for the rest of the season, and then next season making her whatever the decision is going to be, if she's going to be president or Veep.
I think the same thing. I think it's not a decision that we're going to see anytime soon, whether she is or not.
Yeah. So I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. As always, y'all can find us everywhere at AfterBuzz TV. Be sure to comment on the link because we definitely want to hear what your favorite lines were and what you thought. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at April Whisenhant.
And you can find me at Nadine DP and the number 3.
And you can find me at Happy Go Jackie.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.